Hello guys, and welcome to my Fiddlestick Support video. I'll be showing you everything you need to know how to play Fiddlestick Support successfully and things to look for and strategies to kind of use. First off, when you're doing Fiddlestick Support, go ahead and give your jungler a leash. Buy Spell Thief's Edge and a health pot and 2 mana pots, or you can go 2 health pots, 1 mana pot, it doesn't really matter. You're just going to need at least 1 mana pot to make it through lane phase. And what you want to establish some kind of presence in lane. A Soraka matchup versus Fiddlesticks is actually somewhat difficult, but Vayne is such a good AD carry with Fiddlesticks it doesn't really matter. For my runes and masteries, as you saw, I just ran a really simple 2109, taking all the AP and the offense and movement speed and summoner spell CDR in my utility and movement speed. So it just helps you out quite a bit. Soraka early is getting off actually quite a bit of poke on to me. One nice thing about Fiddlesticks, you always want to start your Dark Wind in lane phase level 1. It's nice because it helps you push the lane so you get level 2 fast. And it does lots of damage level 1. It's got high base damage, silence, and it bounces. So as you see, I'm just walking back and forth. I'm trying to make it easy on Vayne to farm. Draven and Soraka have been targeting me out, and Vayne's just been focused on getting them last hits. Before you go all in, you really want to be at least level 3, and so that way you have your fear, drain, and dark winds. At level 2, you really want to pick up your drain 90% of the time. You don't want to bother picking up your fear because you usually can't fight your bot lane 2v2 if you pick up your fear second. You just want to go ahead and pick up your drain. In my opinion, you might be able to make fear work, but I like to go dark winds, drain, then fear, and then I like to max my drain because it helps you out a lot because they end up trying to focus you. And if you time your drain, once they've CC'd you or they don't have any more CC, then you can just make it work. Like you see here, I fear Soraka, I ignite her, it's just an easy kill. Soraka didn't respect us enough, so I just walked up to her, feared her while she was feared. My AD carry has CC, she just blasts her into the wall, which is actually a really nice combo because with Vayne, you get off your fear and drain, and while you're draining them, you can ignite them. It doesn't interrupt your drain channel, and so you're getting a whole second and 0.25 seconds of drain damage, which is a lot, especially with the runes and masteries that you run. And then you also get the extra drain time from the stun from Vayne, so it's just a lot of stacked damage. Like you can see, Draven's already pretty low on health, and we picked up a pretty easy kill. Another AD carry besides Vayne to use with Fiddlestick support, in my opinion, the best ones would be Draven, because he's also got some CC and high damage. Corki can work okay, and also Varus. Varus is really nice because he's got high damage. Also, his ult level 6 is pretty sweet. As you can see, Soraka's putting in those heals. For my runes, I like to run it's really simple. A rule of thumb is whenever you're playing in a duo lane, or just like a lane where you have 2 or more people, you never want to run scaling runes, or it's just going to put you really far behind. As you can see here, we get in a fight. Soraka used her exhaust. I didn't have my ignite because we already killed Soraka, so we end up trading and killing AD carry for AD carry. If they didn't have their exhaust, it would have been a really easy kill for us. But anyways, like I was saying, you never want to run scaling runes of any kind. If you're in a lane with 2 or more people, you want to take flat runes. So go ahead and run flat glyphs, which are your blues, flat AP, and for your quintessences, I like to run flat AP, and for seals, flat armor, and for your marks, you're gonna want to go ahead and run magic pen. It just gives you a lot of extra damage. I am trying to just get a little bit of CS before I go back home. Vayne is coming back to lane, so she will be able to pick up this CS. On your first back, you typically want to go ahead and pick up a Sightstone. It gives you lots of vision. The enemy jungler, if you're playing Fiddlestick support right, your enemy jungler should be trying to camp you because you should be stomping lanes pretty hard unless your AD carry is incompetent or you're incompetent. But you pretty much want to pick up your Sightstone ASAP along with your boots and a pink ward. You really want to be able to get that on your first back. If not, you should probably stay in lane. If you do not get the chance, it's more important to pick up the Sightstone before your boots. But if you can't afford the Sightstone, just go ahead and pick your boots and pick up the health crystal and pink ward. That's a pretty basic thing to get. It's just really nice to have that extra vision. Plus, once you get the Sightstone, you can pick up the red trinket and start breaking wards so they have less vision of you. Right here, as you can see, we're just farming minions. You don't always want to be running out ahead. You don't see me just running out and attacking them because I'll get silenced. I won't be able to do anything. I'll get snared. Then Draven will CC me and I'll just die. I gotta play smart. You can't just run at them and be like, oh, I have drain. You can't kill me because you're gonna die. So I'm just zoning. I'm playing smart. I'm running back and forth. I'm tossing my E up when it is up to try to push the lane out because I want to go put some wards out. Plus, tossing my E does that. It gives me some free damage. So like I said, pushing the lane out gives you an experience bonus, especially early game when you're trying to get those first 3 levels. Plus, when you shove the lane out, it gives you a good chance to go ahead and ward the river, the bushes, because that way your AD carry won't, like, it just makes it a lot easier because you won't get contested or CC'd or anything. As you can see, I am maxing my drain. It'll help us in every situation. Tons of damage. I just fear him, and we do like 3/4 of his health, and Soraka heals him. She is healing him up. If we get in a situation like we saw there, if we could have stunned him into the wall, it would have been a kill, but we weren't in position for Vayne to stun him into the wall. So it wasn't a picked up kill. Otherwise, though, it would have been an easy kill. It's just out zoning him. Vayne's getting more farm than Draven right now. I'm getting plenty of money for my Spell Thief's Edge. As you can see, I'm trying to, whenever you're supporting with any champ, Fiddlesticks or Alistar, Soraka, it doesn't matter. You want to watch what minions your minions are attacking, and if you've ever played AD carry, you know it can be tricky sometimes last hitting because the way your minions attack stuff, sometimes they'll miss a minion because you don't have time to hit both of them. So like what you see I'm doing is I'm hitting minions that would otherwise Vayne would have to use a spell to kill because she doesn't have time to shoot both minions. I'll hit them down a little bit lower so that way she can kill them and have time to hit the other ones. It's something really simple that actually makes a huge difference. You just gotta learn how to do it and how to coordinate with your AD carry. If you have a really bad AD carry, they will not understand it and they just won't know how to deal with it, and you'll probably mess them up. If you have a bad AD carry, just don't do it because it's gonna mess them up more than you not doing it. Once you are level 6, you're gonna want to clear the bushes, and you can pretty much ult whenever. Like right here, I see he's getting way too close. It's not warded. I go in, I drop all my spells, ignite, and we do not pick up the kill. Unfortunately, we do not get the stun to the wall. And I was wondering why. I'm actually duo with this guy. He's my Aussie friend, and he said he was lagging, which I believe because that was somewhat easy. It's fine though. I did blow my ult and ignite, but in turn we completely shoved them out of lane. My ult, it'll be back soon enough. So they're gonna lose experience. Plus we're gonna damage the tower, and Draven's missing out on minions, which is a double win for us because when Draven misses out on minions, like with any AD carry, it puts him behind experience, gold, and plus Draven's passive is like it really hurts him because it's like his adoration stacks or whatever. Another cool thing about Fiddlesticks Support when you max your drain is it makes it really easy to pick up dragons with you and just your jungler, or you can do it with your AD carry as well because you can actually tank the dragon completely and not take any damage or take very little damage. It just helps out a lot. Plus, leveling up your drain only adds 0.25 seconds to its duration, so after you've taken 1 point in it, you get 1.25. That's the biggest bang for your buck. If you put 2 points in it, that's only 1.5 instead of 1.25. If you were to put that point in drain in a fight, that would help you out a lot more because it's damage, it's keeping you alive in that 2v2, and it's making them focus on you. It's just, trust me, it's a lot stronger. You can use it for doing dragon as well. It's just way better. You always want to max your drain, then your fear, then your dark winds. We just pincer them in, pick up some free kills. They got a little bit greedy and came onto our, tried to pinch us, so we just counter pinch. TF does go in here and I follow him. I thought the rest of our team was going to follow up, so I do get caught out here. I could have flashed and probably gotten away, but I just didn't. It's not a big deal though. We picked up like 3 kills and now we're going to pick up 4, plus we got dragon. So we picked up 3 kills and dragon, and so 2 for 3 plus we got dragon. So that's not a bad trade. My ult is up. In that situation, if my ult was up, it would have been an easy cleanup. As you can see, now I have my Moby boots. That's the next thing you're going to want to buy. Once you have your boots in Sightstone and you've bought your pink ward, you're going to want to pick up your mobility boots. They help you out a lot in getting to lane, roaming, running away, chasing down. They're just really helpful. Plus, they're really damn cheap. They're like the cheapest boot. They're really nice to have. I honestly build them on every support I play. I don't think I've played a support not built Moby boots. They're just overall around the best boot you can buy for a support, in my opinion. There's a few exceptions to that, of course. You do use your red trinket. You want to clear out the bushes. If the enemies don't know where you are, they get to live in fear. They can't play to their fullest, or if they choose to play to their fullest, they're gonna die. So it's a win-win. All my summoners are up. Vayne does have a pretty good gold leash. She's got some kills and more minions. There's not a whole lot they can do since I do have Ignite. If Soraka doesn't get off the exhaust onto Vayne, Draven's going to die anyways. Draven does step up too far. I'm ulting. He should have tossed his E to stop me. And like you saw, all I had to do was fear. I did get the kill there. I probably could have given it to Vayne. But like you saw, ult out, you fear him, you drain him, and then your AD carry, whether it be Vayne, Draven, or Varus, then they'll throw out their CC, and then you pick up the kill. Varus early game doesn't have any CC. Like you saw, Soraka was too hesitant. She couldn't decide whether to stay on the turret or not. If she did stay on the turret, I was going to fucking kill her. Because my drain gives me back so much health, I can completely tank the turret. So she got caught up waiting. I fear her. Vayne's passive lets her speed up to her, and we get another free kill. Right now, bot lane is absolutely carrying. If their jungler comes down bot, we'll probably kill Nocturne and the bot laners at this point because Vayne's so fed, and I am too. Nocturne walks in. It's unfortunate. But it all worked out. We got 2 kills and we're breaking down a turret. I make Nocturne smite that. He wastes one of his smites. Riven's doing well top lane. Azir roams top. My fear is up. This is a bit of a bad play. I thought TF was going to step up. This goes to show if your ult isn't up, don't play more aggressive than you need to. Because TF wasn't even ready. Like, he was still hanging out in the tri-bush when I was going in. And then he started to walk over once I had feared. We already knew there wasn't a ward in that bush. We needed TF to be there. Warwick does go in on it, which was a poor choice. Whenever an enemy has Soraka, and if you're jumping in 1v2 or 1v3, it's a really bad choice because in your mind you're thinking, oh, I'm going to burst this person down. And then Soraka will just heal them, and you're fighting a 1v2 or 1v3, and so you're just going to get out damaged. So you can't finish the kill, and you're going to get out damaged, so you can't really do much. So I do die for it. It was a poor choice. Even if TF was there, it would have been risky. But it doesn't matter. My ult's going to be up by the time you get in the lane. Remember, don't play overly aggressive when your ult isn't up. That's one of the main things to remember. After you do have your Sightstone and your Moby boots, and you've bought in your pink ward, you're going to want to go ahead and upgrade your Sightstone to the upgraded Sightstone. I don't even know what it's called. It's just like the red Sightstone instead of the blue one. It gives you that extra ward, it gives you some extra health. It's just nice to have, being a support. Dravens, they're not giving us any respect right now. We're so far ahead of them, they don't even have a turret that we can just chase them down. So like you see with Vayne's ult and passive, they can't get away. I cut off Draven, fear him, drain, yellow card, easy kill, money in the bank. Really nice advantage to have. And as you can see, my drain is already 4 levels. It's doing so much damage. It's got like 70% spell vamp. It's got like 80 or 85 at level 5. I don't even know. But so I got 4 points in drain, 1 dark wind, 2 in fear. Lots of utility on me right now. At the end of the game, you'll see that I actually do more damage than Vayne. Actually, I think my friend told me that. I didn't even check, but yeah, apparently I did more damage than him. My ult is up. Azir, they don't have vision of this bush. I just red trinketed it. I just jump in, I fear him, and it's another free kill. And Azir did pop his barrier for that, so bear in mind. That's gonna put him make him really vulnerable, because when Warwick ults him, if Azir doesn't get off a really good wall as Warwick's ulting him, it'll just be a free kill. So right now I am 4-2 and 4, so now that I have my Moby Boots, upgraded Sightstone, I can start working on my Hourglass. Your Hourglass will help you out a lot. It'll give you some armor. They're harder to kill. Plus, when you ult in, like everybody knows that Fiddlesticks does, you can just Hourglass when they start focusing onto you. So you take some damage, they can't kill you, and they can't kill you, and your ult keeps damaging everybody. Riven does stay in the middle of lane with no vision, and Nocturne does ult onto her. It's not a big deal though. So you are going to pick up another dragon, as you can see. Even though I didn't need to tank it because we have a Warwick, I tanked it and I didn't take any damage. It's really nice. Our bot lane is silly and they're just sitting there again. We're probably going to pick up some more kills. Like you can see, I just dropped the fear. Vayne jumps out and she condemns. We didn't even need the condemn because my fear and drain... It's just between Fiddlesticks and Vayne, we're doing so much damage. Whenever you pick Fiddlesticks support, I can't tell you enough. It's very important that you have a high damage AD carry like Vayne, Draven, Corki once he gets his Sheen, or Varus once Varus is level 6, because you can ult in fear. Varus can't. If Varus misses his ult after you fear somebody, he's the worst Varus ever. Because if he lands his ult, which isn't hard at all once you fear somebody, it's a guaranteed kill because of your ult and your fear and your drain. The enemy's Azir does get caught out here. We try to finish off Shen, but we can't quite do it. He's just a little bit too tanky. We do pick up the kill on Azir. We do go ahead and pick up the kills on Shen as well with the TF ult. Azir might have lived and that might have been a problem, but once again, Azir didn't have his barrier. You gotta think about the little things. Like whenever you're playing a game and the score is relatively close, say it's like 9-7 or 9-6, you don't take into account like you're like, oh, that lane's shitty. Like that top lane though, it's like 0-3, or oh, that bot lane is so bad, it's like 0-2, right? Like you're complaining about your own bot lane. It's not just that the enemies are fed and your guys are like not fed. You also have to take into account the summoner spells. Usually the enemy bot lane is always going to have their summoners out, their heals, their flash, their exhaust. So whenever you do get a situation where you pinch them, you catch them out, you get a pick, you get a pull, you get a fear, it's usually not enough because their summoner is still up, that even when you do get that one lucky situation, you can't convert it and you just end up getting snowballed onto. And that's kind of what's happening with us. Since we're overall winning, the enemies typically don't have their summoner spells because we're forcing them to burn them. So when we do have situations to catch someone out, pick them, get them, we can easily convert it. That's the main thing people don't take into account. I'm just helping Warwick jungle here. I guess I'm actually going to take his blue. I don't remember that. That was interesting. Don't know what to say about that. I guess when you're Fiddlestick support and you know what you're doing, you can take your jungler's shit. But don't do it if he's complaining because he might AFK. That's a good thing to remember. Oh, also, so you get your Moby Boots, your upgraded Sightstone. You want then, if you can, if you're level 9, upgrade your red trinket. It helps you out a lot. Clears vision, lets you ult, lets you set up picks. Once you've gotten your upgraded trinket, then build your Hourglass. Like you see here, I've got my red trinket first, and I have my Arm Seeker, Arm Guard, or whatever. TF does ult down. Draven, I don't know why. Draven wastes his flash for no reason. So, like you see here, we pick up the kill, but Draven, like, foolishly flashes. So if we ever catch him out in the future in the next couple of minutes, he's not going to have his flash, so he can't get away unless, I don't know, unless his teammates come to back him up. But wasting your summoners in situations where it's a 99.9% chance you're going to die, don't waste your flash. I am 5-2 and 6. We're pretty strong. Vayne is strong as well. Once you get a big ahead like this, you want to try to ward out your enemy's jungle, and also when you're playing Fiddlestick support, try to keep some blue potions on you, because in extended fights or trades, it can help out a lot since your Fear and your Dark Winds and Drain and even your ult, they all cost so much mana. And you don't want to be building mana items on 5th support. It's just don't do it. Shen does stick his neck out a little bit too far, but we cannot quite pick up the kill. If I had ignited, we could have picked it up, but I'm being greedy right now. Like you see, it's being extended so far that I warded so deep that we can already see them before they come. So it doesn't even matter. We can just play down their throats, give Riven some room to breathe, let her farm top for free. So just when one lane wins, it can completely snowball the rest of the game. Like you see here, like I'll make a video explaining this, but there's a few different kinds of players in League of Legends. There's the one that sucks. They let their team down for one reason or another, whether it be they have bad day or bad game. There's the one that coasts. They farm. They just basically just farm. They don't really contribute to the team. They have as many kills as they do have deaths. And then there's the one who carries. They're the ones who make the plays. They lay the wards. They make the calls. They get the objectives, and they carry their team. And that's what me and Vayne are doing right now. We stomp lane. You don't even have to stomp lane. As long as you just out farm, get objectives, ward, and make calls, you don't even have to get kills. You just have to out farm. Like you see, I am tanking Baron 50% initially. Now I'm just tanking it 30% because I'm standing so close to it with my drain. Even though I'm only Fiddlestick support and it's like 23 minutes into the game, we take that Baron down pretty damn fast. We take that thing down in like 12 seconds. Once again, good reason to max drain. Lots of damage, helps you do objectives, you can tank. If we could have done that without Warwick there, just with me, Vayne, Riven, and TF, probably wouldn't even need TF. Once again, Draven overextended, but Draven does not have his flash. So say there, that would have been a kill because Draven could have flashed forward with the channel on him, and then Shen could have taunted him. It would have been a free kill. But once again, I have my flash because we stomp lane so hard. I have my flash and my ignite. So instead of them getting away, I can ult and flash and fear. That's the advantage. I don't have to use my flash to get away and probably die. I get to save my flash and make plays. It's a huge snowball effect. So I'm 7-2-6. I do have my hourglass and everything. So I mean, the enemies at this point, there's really no way for them to win. I just dropped the CC on Noct, save TF. Once my fear comes up again, we can probably pick off Nocturne. He does block the yellow card, which is annoying. I dropped the fear on Azir. I dropped the crow. Nocturne basically gets Azir killed because he walks in. When Azir walked forward, Nocturne had a choice. Because he couldn't do anything at that point unless he's an idiot. He could have ran away or walked around. He chose to walk through, and then the crow bounced, and then it did so much damage to Azir that it finished him because Azir just finished killing TF. Azir was going to get away, probably, but then he bounced the crow. You want to look for opportunities. Don't throw your crow early. I could have thrown my crow initially when I first saw Azir and wasted it, but no, instead I walk up to him, I auto attack him, I wait till I see that once the crow hits Azir, it'll bounce off him to Nocturne, and then I start my drain. I wait, throw my crow, then I start my drain. Otherwise, I might have not picked up that kill, and I could have been in a bad situation. You always want to make sure keep laying down your wards. It's important. Don't be that support who doesn't lay his wards. Don't just buy the sight stone to buy it. Buy it to use it. As you see here, this is pretty funny. I use my warding trinket, and they keep using all their wards. Like, I'm not quite. Those could have very well been all Soraka, in which case I guess it doesn't matter. But even if say all those wards were Soraka, which I think they were, I think one was Azir. Now we know that they don't have wards in any part of their jungle, because when you lay all your wards down, machine gun fire, it takes out the other wards that you have laid down because it can only three out at a time. So now we know there's no wards anywhere on the map except for maybe like a trinket ward, which only lasts for like 60 seconds. So now just that one stupid thing just gave us another advantage when we're already so far ahead. It's ridiculous. And make sure when you're playing Fiddlestick support, you're also looking for situations to like set up plays, bushes, ults, those kind of things. We see Riven is top, Warwick is at base. It doesn't matter though. I can just walk out and fear him. I went out a little bit too early. That was just my bad. Raven did blow his sums though, so it doesn't matter. We didn't blow anything. Riven is topping at Shen and Azir at the moment. Soraka drops her ult. She's trying to... I don't know if it was Shen or Azir who's low on health. Probably Azir. Yep. They do kill Riven. Not a big deal. I know we're trying to shove out bot and make something happen, so I'm trying to get some deep wards. I see Nocturne, so I'm just going to stay here in the bush. He's probably in the bush, so I ward it. Drop your red trinket pretty much whenever you need to. Make sure nothing's warded. Like you see there, Soraka, that's one reason Soraka can be okay against Fiddlesticks, because of her silence. It can cut off my drain. As long as you play smart and land like I was showing you with how you zone and with when you go in, you can make it work there. Nocturne does jump onto my 80 carry. I wait to fear him because I didn't want him to spell shield it. It's an easy kill pickup. Vayne can just shred through Nocturne and Shen. She just destroys tanks so hard, and she's fed. TF is being aggressive. I drop my ult, just blow him up, and it's free kills. Like you see again, I bounce the crow. It's very important. Don't forget to use your crow first when they're bunched up like that. You get free kills. So we just killed 4 of them and we only lost 1. That's pretty good. Like you can see there, whenever you have like stack CCs, like with me and TF and Vayne and Riven, if you can get any advantage whatsoever, even without advantage, if you can stack your CCs like you saw me just ult in, fear, drain, and silence, and it gives TF time to use his CC. If you only have one person with CC, it doesn't exponentially give you guys anything because they use it, oh, it's gone. But when you got multiple people, you use it, and oh wait, you got more, and the enemy's still not doing anything because they can't. After you get your hourglass, it is up to you to what you buy. If your enemies are all AD, I suggest picking up a Randuin's Omen. If they're all AP, I suggest you picking up a Banshee's Veil or a Abyssal Scepter. And if it's kind of half and half, then just go ahead and pick up a Rylaia's Crystal Staff or whatever. It'll give you a nice AoE slow on your ult and your crow. Right now, what the enemies need to be doing is looking for picks with Nocturne, but we are staying somewhat grouped, so it is a little bit challenging for them. Whenever you're ahead, if the enemies don't have a good split pusher, it's important to stay grouped. I've seen so many games thrown just because the team refuses to stay grouped when you're really far ahead. Even though Shen is top lane, we don't give a fuck. Who cares if he gets a turret? I can just drain that dragon. I do get jumped on and I die. But look at it. So we got the dragon and I guess we actually get slaughtered. That didn't turn out well at all. Yeah, that actually turned out a lot differently than I remember it. Vayne is so far ahead though, she goes totally hoss and gets some kills. We pick up 3 of them. Even though all 5 of us die, Shen did ult in to save somebody. It probably actually completely saved them in the team fight. It made it a 5v5 with a Shen ult, plus they picked me off. I am so far ahead that if they pick me off, it's actually pretty good for them. I do still have my ult though. Azir's not respecting the fact that I am back up and alive so early. And he is going to just go ahead and go home in that bush. I know he's going in that bush because I saw him. And I'm just going to fear, drain, ignite. He does pop his barrier and I freaking destroy him. He doesn't even do half of my health. I didn't even need to ignite him. I just wanted to make sure his flash wasn't up and he didn't jump to a soldier and flash. Having double buffs is pretty nice. In that situation at the dragon, I didn't think they were going to go in because I thought we could have easily crushed them in a team fight. I a bit overestimated our capabilities. What I should have done, preferably, was gotten to the back of the pit and waited, because we didn't really need anyone to tank it anyways. get to the back of the pit and wait for the enemies to jump over the wall, because that's what they did. They all like flashed over. I don't know how they all got over. Maybe they walked around, but like you see there, Soraka silences me. That's obnoxious. That's why Soraka is a good matchup against Fiddle. She gets a good silence off, completely stops my ult. I do have my flash up though. Ward the bush. Fear Nocturne away. He goes out of range of his spear. Vayne shows up. The party is over. She starts shredding. Not even close. I don't want Azir to do any more damage. I flashed over his wall. I fuck him up. And we just get 4 free kills. And we only lose TF, so that's pretty good. We can easily pick up Baron again, but the enemies do 5-man surrender. So it's pretty clear to see. I still do have my Hourglass. And I didn't even get the chance to use my ult, and it was such an easy team fight. And that's pretty much it, guys. Just remember, ward correctly, ult at the right times, go in at the right times. Don't play overly aggressive in lane. Play smart in lane. Play with the right AD carry, and that's Freelo, baby. Carry yourself to Diamond. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you out there on the Rift.